Okay, on to the 49ers back seven. I mean, we might talk about the linebackers a little bit, but we're going to focus on the secondary. So based on alignment, and I'll say post-snap alignment, you can tell who the 49ers feel like their number one cornerback is. They have Renardo Green on an island. Look, there's no safety. This safety came down to help here. So he's playing the middle. Yes, he's the middle safety, but he's closer to helping out Lenore. And to me, like, if Robert Saleh is comfortable with a cornerback playing on an island, which he has for 2 weeks in a row now, that to me tells me he's the number one corner. Effectively, Renardo Green's playing the Sauce Gardner role in this defense. Are you going to give up plays? Of course you are. You're one-on-one. Is he in position to make a play? I think this is really good coverage. He got called for a penalty, but this is such a low percentage throw that you're going to live with this over the course of a game. So while it might be like, oh, like, why is Renardo getting beaten in coverage consistently? That's not the case. You're going to remember the one big play that he gives up over the course of a game. But at the end of the day, like, when you look at the defensive numbers, you're going to live with giving up an explosive. Okay, what you are not going to live with is uncontested targets. So top of the screen here, they're going to run Chris Olave versus Green to the top of the screen here. It looks like a little sting route. So he's going to basically fake like he's running the corner, only to run back to the post. And as you can see, Renardo is playing twister. He is, man, hands on the ground. That's rough. Okay. What he should do, like what my coaching tip to him would be, so he's playing with his back to the sideline. Great. He just needs to weave out. So leave your back to the sideline and instead footwork and just keep going wider. As he widens his stem, you can widen with him, knowing you could come back. It was a really good route concept, double post. You're going to take away him and leave him one-on-one. But if he just widens with Olave, Green should be fine. But instead he tries to turn with him when he had just no reason to do that, right? Your back's already to the sideline. You can just cut and come downhill with it. So that's where Green messed up here. It looks awful, but it's really an easy coaching fix. Another sign of a good defensive coordinator is that he's constantly changing his personnel. So last week, Luke Gifford was a strong side linebacker, and he played 23 snaps in week 1. This week, so week 2, he did not play a single snap. He did not step onto the field. Instead, they used Jair Brown as their big nickel. So Brown was a safety last year. He was basically playing the same thing, strong side linebacker, but he obviously can cover more ground in coverage. And I thought this was good just because last week it seemed like Upton Stout's head was spinning a little bit when he was in zone coverage. He would often get lost, right? He would play these underneath routes so tight when he really didn't have to. This is a good example of why Brown is probably a better fit. He's playing this route top down. So by that I mean, okay, Kamara is in the flat. Yes, they want you to jump on this, right? He wants you to jump on this so he can throw this deep outbreaking route. Instead, by playing it top down, as soon as you see the ball come out and this is thrown, then you can trigger and make the tackle. But you want to take this away, right? Take the most dangerous path away. Brown does a good job of that. He gives himself an opportunity to be able to make a play, but also come forward if the ball is checked down to Kamara. So as you can see, good job of getting in the thrown lane. I mean, that's why Brown, he only played 6 or 7 snaps, I believe, but he was very effective and involved in effectively every play. There's a little Bosa bull rush, and then you see at the very end there, Brown make the PBU. All right, there's a lot going on in this play. Let's talk the coverage bust first and foremost, though. So it ends up being a sack. This is Upton Stout sack, but it could have been very bad. So Upton Stout, bottom of the screen in the slot, he's going to be blitzing off the edge, from the slot. And that means across the board, the 49ers are going to be in man coverage. So see top of the screen goes in motion. Lenore has him. D. Winters in coverage here. Fred Warner is the middle hole player. You have a deep safety. And then these two are responsible for these two. As you can see, so Green comes up and presses the number 1 wide receiver. So the corner more than likely is going to have the number 1 wide receiver. But based on his release, you can tell who is the number 1. As soon as Olave goes inside, he is now the number 1. This is the number 2. So post snap, right? They're going to mess with the coverage rules. It's the new number 1. So now, smart, attentive, new number 1. He's locked in on him thinking, I have him regardless. That's not the case. Pinnock should be guarding the new number 2, which is who he has. So it was actually a pretty easy declaration after the ball is snapped, and he should understand, okay, once he's running with him, I have the new number 2. Doesn't work out like that. Green slips. Pinnock's guarding in no man's land. So it could have been all bad because Olave's running wide open. As it stands, doesn't matter. So this is where, again, Saleh's genius comes into play. Manipulating the pass protection up front. You have the wide 9, knowing that, remember, whenever the back is opposite, he's going to come in pass protection and block the other side. So how it effectively works out is with these exaggerated splits, the offensive linemen, they're going to have to block each big, and that leaves Stout one-on-one with a running back. And as you can see, Kamara just no shot there. We'll get to see it from the end zone angle here. Again, really good design by Saleh. Let's look at, here we go. Okay, so slant, going to take him away. There's the help, any help defender. He's going to try to win inside. That means everybody's going this direction, meaning Saleh's rolling the dice that his rookie nickel is going to beat a veteran running. So here you take Sigle off the field when the quote-unquote veteran, because this was a problem for Pinnock to take Sigle off the field in this weak flat. This safety is the weak hook, but how it plays out, and he's going to basically does here. So, I mean, this is about as good of a rep for this rep. That's really where these offenses want to do, what they want to do with the ball is find these intersecting middle routes, but Sigle does a good job of taking that away. And you're going to take this matchup underneath all day. So we'll just let it play out. Obviously, anything underneath to Winters or Warner, you'll live with that. But good job of Sigle there. And then Winters makes the open field tackle. A few plays later, here's Sigle giving up a touchdown. So he's in the slot going against Juwan Johnson. They're tight end. Slot fade, isolation route, 3rd and 6, I believe. So he's in position. Even right now, he's where he needs to be. He's still where he needs to be. He's actually couldn't be in more phase with the wide receiver. He's even. The problem is, like, he doesn't need to look back. And, I mean, the throw is perfect, but let's actually watch it from the other angle. Sigle it couldn't be in a better position, honestly. This is where no need to look back. Just play through the hands. You'll see, if you watch me here, like, their eyes get, like, he's already in position. Just look. You don't have to do this. You don't have to look back. Watch his eyes. And as soon as Johnson's hands would come up, you would just play through those hands. But the issue is when Sigle's looking back, that's creating separation. Like he would be normally chest to chest. He'd be close. He'd be able to make a play probably right here. But instead, that slight look back is the difference of being able to make a play on the pass and, this is going to be annoying, but like once he figures out what he can and can't get away with, once he's comfortable playing these man coverage techniques, Sigle is going to be very good. This is a 4th down play where Rattler is able to convert. There are like 24 different things going on in this play at once. So let's watch it play out because it looks like it's on Upton Stout, but in my mind, that couldn't be further from the truth. I think judging by that look, it's pretty evident that he has the running back. They're going to get like what's a zone read look, which just means Rattler can hand the ball off on inside zone or pull it. And basically he's reading what this player is going to do, which is D Winters. And D Winters is playing surf technique. And what that means is he's going to wait here until the quarterback declares what he's going to do. Generally speaking, when you play this, one player has the dive or the zone, and the other linebacker, has outside. So how I'm watching this, Winters is right to crash because he has the running back who's 5. Stout is on the outside. They're all they're all communicating. Stout has Kamara right here. And to me, that means Warner has the quarterback. So Stout takes Kamara, but Warner gets caught up in the wash. And like, come on, like he doesn't know. It's like this is a very college-y play. He has the quarterback. So as soon as Rattler pulls, Warner should be scraping over top and running with the quarterback. But instead, He's kind of caught in the wash. As soon as he takes that step inside, he's blocked. So now it's Stout, Kamara, Rattler. These guys are peeling off. They're all peeling off in the deep threat. So honestly, he does a really good job here. He commits, and like in a dream world, he's able to make that tackle. But it was a really tough job for him. Tough position to be in right here. 2-on-1. And then Rattler just makes a play. But I just wanted to talk about that play because it seems like it's Stout's fault. But honestly, like if I were to pin the blame on anybody, it seems like Warner is going to be the one to scrape over the top based on his technique and how it's usually played. Okay, goal line here. And pretty simple. We're watching the bottom of the screen. So the Saints are going to motion Johnson out. And then they're going to run a little pick play. So he's going to pick off Lenore. And that leaves Pinnock to guard the wide receiver Shaheed. And it's pretty easy pitch and catch. However, this is just a banjo coverage. And in my mind, I don't understand what the struggle is here for Pinnock. So, again, I don't know if he's looking in the backfield or why he's so late to get here. But he's clearly not. He has no intentions of running a route right now. So this tells me he's peeking in the backfield right now with like where his face mask is. So as soon as his shoulders turn like that, he's going to probably pick him up or he's going to be bumped, picked off in some capacity. That should be, I know it's so much easier to say after the fact, but like there are enough keys here where Pinnock should be, okay, right now. Like he's not trying to even get upfield. I should be, and look, he's looking in the backfield right now, really has no idea where he is. I should be coming down on him. And instead, like he's even running parallel right now where in a dream world, Pinnock, okay, understands it right now, changes directions, and his path is closer to here as it is running parallel with the end zone line. So it's a touchdown, but it really shouldn't have been. Okay, here is D. Dre Winners Greenlaw's late hit out of bounds. However, let's watch the build-up, right? The scheme, like how it plays out beforehand. So it's going to be Upton Stout again. They are comfortable blitzing him, but they're just as comfortable with this player guarding a wide receiver one, a first-round wide receiver in coverage. That is insane to me. So number 3 is going to be all of Fred Warner. So wherever he goes is going to be on Fred Warner based on like the rest of the coverage, right? Because Lenore's occupied, Sigle's deep, Pinnock has number 2. That means if you want to throw it to your best player, okay, he's going to have to get by Fred Warner. And like he really just can't, which is mind-boggling to me. Okay, as for this player, one of 5 cornerbacks in the NFL to rush at least 5 times. That just tells you how comfortable Saleh is with Upton Stout as a rusher. That should be a sack. Like he won so cleanly. He almost won too easily, and he was out of control a little bit. But the fact that Stout is winning this easily against running backs, I mean, it was a rough week for running backs in pass protection, but man, no shot. Like he barely gets a hand on him. And like I said, he's almost too out of control now because he's so fast that he basically runs himself out of the sack. Like that lunge right there. Oh man, I know that has to be frustrating. He's a quality blitzer. He is so good as a pass rusher. You almost think that the 49ers took another defensive lineman with how effective Stout is as a blitzer. But this will be a sack more often than not, probably 9 times out of 10 moving forward. And then we see winners here. All right, we have a pretty much a game-saving play from Fred Warner here. So there he is, big nickel, Jair Brown. Just going to run a little bootleg, throw the ball to the running back out of the backfield. Brown makes the play, like he's where he needs to be. And instead of making the big hit, which most linebackers would do, right, Warner has the awareness and the instincts to go for the ball. I don't know, man. Nobody does that. Like if you were to see 10 other linebackers with a clean shot, a kill shot, they would take it right here. Like they're not thinking about the ball, but that's just not who Warner is. As you can see, 2 hands on it, not just punches it out, but just takes the ball from him. Unbelievable. All right, 49ers have 3rd and 12, have an opportunity to get off the field. Upton Stout is going to be the primary person in coverage. As you can see, runs the crossing route with Chris Olave. Gets a flag thrown somehow for interference, holding, whatever it was. The thing that I don't understand here is, okay, as we're watching this play through, there's a back judge, so there's a line judge here. You can't see him, but there's another, like a side judge. There's a back judge. So there are 3 refs who were watching the play on the near side of the field who had no problem with what they saw. But this person right here, 40, 50 yards away, is like, you know what? Flag. How is that his call? His job is to watch the receivers on his side or what's going on in the line, like if the quarterback crosses the line of scrimmage. There are 3 refs over here who are watching this. It's not your call. Ref ball just gets on my nerves because if it should be a penalty, sure, let the people on that side of the field call it. I struggle to see like where the actual hold was. I know people think it's when like he's making contact right here. Like he's not impeding progress at all, though. It's a very bizarre call. And obviously it cost the 49ers because instead of punting, Saints stay on the field and they're able to get some points. All right, we'll go watch it from the end zone angle here. Stout's going to come right here. See if we can see any more holding. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not calling that. To me, that's not a flag. And again, like sure, he has his arm draped around, but no problem watching the play the entire time. He had no issue with what was going on. And if you watch Olave after the fact, like he's ready to walk off. Like he's thinking, all right, nope. The quality of a blitzer that D. Winters has shown to be. From the end zone angle here. Remember, so 3rd down. This is how you get off the field. Winters, one-on-one, and it's about continuing with the Winters theme. He is played on the line of scrimmage right here, which is kind of interesting. A nice little another change right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the line of scrimmage. You have Warner as basically the lone second-level defender. So the missed tackle here by Winters is not a big deal to me, and this is why I think missed tackles can be overrated because obviously, look, tackle in the backfield, but Bosa's there to clean, pressing Olave down, right? So there's friction there. He's not able to run freely. Going over the top, again, just put you in a bad predicament. Now you're out of phase already. What I think there's a few different things that he could do differently here. So first off, okay, you choose to go over the top. So be it. It happens. Ideally, instead of looking back right here, like but the difference between college and the NFL, no matter how fast and quick you are, is that subtle look that Stout had. So completion, non-completion. You can see him even right here. Like he's looking back when you only look back. Make them beat you outside. Make them make that low percentage throw. Instead, this is Vele, I believe, who came over from the Broncos. You just can't lose inside, right? You'd rather be late to the outside than the inside because you have no help. So that reach, that lunge right there, pretty much all she wrote. Like he's not in a bad position, but again, great. But thanks for watching, everybody. That's going to do it for the week 2. I will be back next week to talk Cardinals, 49ers, and hopefully a victory.